Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Sia Bryant, and I'd like to welcome you to the Mobile Notary Mentor channel. So today it's very important because what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down 5 things that will help you become a successful mobile notary. I've got 5 key tips for you. Before I get started, though, I want you to make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And then you can even wait until after I give you these great tips. Then you can make sure you give the video a thumbs up and hit that notification bell to make sure that you're not missing out on anything that this channel has to offer. So let's talk. The first thing that you need to do in order to become a successful mobile notary is that you have to know the basics. You have got to study. You've got to know your notarial laws. You've got to know what the legal requirements are in your state, because I've said it once and I'll say it again. Being a notary public is a very, very state specific business to be in, right? So you also have to know what essential supplies you need. So those are all kind of the real basic things you need in order to get started and get up and running as a beginning notary. So that's the first thing you have to do. The second thing you have to do to become a successful mobile notary is you have to build your mobile notary brand. So some of you are going to say, you lost me right there, but you have to have an online presence. So Google My Business page, that is essential. You have to have a website. You have to have those are the two. You must have a Google My Business, which also has kind of a website component, but you also, if you want to be very successful, should have other social media outlets as well. So I know some people would say it's a necessary evil. I would agree, but you have to have your brand out there. The third thing, in order to become a successful mobile notary, networking. Again, some people say I'm shy. I don't want to talk to people. I don't really like people that much. Spoiler alert, maybe you shouldn't be a notary, but you have to get yourself and put yourself out there. If no one knows you're a notary, how are you going to get business as a notary? So networking. So, and also let me tell you this, the very first loan signing that I got, okay, I'm a fairly new notary, a brand new loan signing person. I went through the training, I had never done a loan signing before. What happened? I met an attorney. My first loan signing assignment was direct business. So it wouldn't have been that way. I wouldn't have been able to kind of probably make those connections online or via social media, that sort of thing, perhaps. But I met this attorney in person. I talked to him about not about my work as a notary, because I hadn't really had that much work as a notary or as a loan signing agent. But I talked to him about my main career, which is as an educator. So, and the fact I'd been doing that forever. And he said, "Oh, I like that." So he liked that fact. And so we connected, and that was my very first loan signing appointment. So that's back when I was doing loan signings. I really don't anymore. But the point is networking in person. It was at one of those chamber events. Okay. So number 4, if you want to be a successful mobile notary, then you have to have your feel good pricing strategy in place. So what does that mean? And my feel good pricing strategy, it feels good if I make as much money as possible. That's not what I mean. I mean, a feel good price, and I read this somewhere, is where you don't feel like you are charging too little for your services, because that can give you a bad feeling like, oh man, I should have charged this much. Or you're not charging too much for your services, meaning, man, I almost feel like this is highway robbery. Now, all of this, again, is just within the context of your state laws, your state requirements, and what your state allows you to charge for notary services. I want to say that. But some states don't have any requirements. Some states allow you to charge for travel. All of that is very important to know, because if people are calling you and you don't have your pricing down pat, it's hard to sound confident. Another thing, and I'll do another separate video about this, when you quote your price is your price. I don't negotiate. That's just me. I would suggest you don't. So, but anyway, that is number 4. Make sure you have your pricing down pat. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you know what your competitors are charging for the same services, etc. Okay. Now, the last thing you need to do in order to be a successful mobile notary is you need to know how to handle tricky situations and challenging clients. Now, that's not necessarily something you would know how to do based on each situation. However, one thing that you need to know how to do is to, if you don't know the answer to a question, say, that's a good question. I'm going to research this, and I'm going to pause the signing because I'm not quite sure about this. I don't want to do something that's going to get me and or you in trouble. So we might need to come back to the table. You might need to do that. Sometimes you have signers who are maybe not in the best moods. Some situations we run across or we get to talk to people about, it's like the best day of their life. So we're happy. Sometimes they're purchasing a house. Sometimes it's sometimes it's like around the worst day of their life or the worst situation. You have to be cognizant of that as well. So sometimes people aren't in the best mood. You have to kind of know that and know how to navigate that. It's just bottom line customer service. So that's a very, very important part of becoming a successful mobile notary. So if you're ready to embark upon this journey, this career, this side business, now I want you to make sure that you hit subscribe on this channel. I want you to make sure you hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and start this journey together. Until next time, everybody, happy stamping. Bye.